welcome back to Pop Off the Clock, or shall I say the new version of Pop. Or it's not the new version, it's just we have more eyes on us now.
Yes, we are making changes, making moves.
We're making moves. This is a new Pop.
Pop.
But not new.
So if you don't follow us on Instagram, you should. First of all, Pop Off the Clock. We announced this week that our episodes are now going to be also posted on YouTube.
So we're YouTubers now.
Woohoo. We're really excited because we had been working and, pitching ideas to make the podcast more accessible.
Yes.
And just, as you all know, we are under a bigger company and we just had to get stuff rolling and approved. And
when they told us we had a YouTube channel, we were like, how do we get our episodes on there? Just because, we watch our episodes and we understand the struggle of, it would lose your place sometimes, or it was just like you couldn't
exit out or minimize.
You couldn't, it was just inconvenient. So we were hoping to find ways to make it more convenient for everybody. And boy, it's so much easier if you just go to the
YouTube, and then if you go to the app, it continues playing. And now
awesome.
We could put YouTubers on our resume. I think I'm
not going to be having a job here very soon. I'm just kidding.
I just think it's a little win for us, Yeah. Big win. Snaps for us.
Super excited. Hopefully we can have more viewers out there.
Yeah, it's easier to watch, whether it's 5 or 5 million people watching. It's just, we want to make it easier.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I forgot to say my name for those of you who never watched this before, and then YouTube crowd. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Yoseline. And welcome.
And we are anchors, news anchors, and we work on this kind of off the clock, off the desk.
Yeah.
We do this show.
That's where the name comes from.
Yes.
We're news anchors who talk about pop culture off the clock.
Yes,
well, we're not doing our
because we love pop culture so much. But with that being said, Yos, how was your week leading into this day?
What did I do? First of all, I don't even remember what I did. I think I had a really good, productive weekend, beginning of the week, as in getting shit done.
Nice.
My apartment is clean. And I'm talking clutter. I threw out some stuff, old makeup, lotions and perfumes that I probably, and my cabinets are so clean. I got personal stuff down, the little insurance stuff, set up my doctor's appointment because we have a new insurance.
Yeah, new insurance, I need to explore more.
Explored that, setting up appointments for the future. I was just an adult and I'm very proud of myself.
I'm proud of you. I literally love doing stuff like that.
It feels so good, going home after work, and just my apartment being organized and clutter free, and knowing that I don't have to do it's just nice. But so I really focused on that this week. It was very much I'm gonna take it slow down, don't go out, just go at my own pace. So that's what I did. And then I think that's it. Well, a little bump in my road this morning. I have racks of clothes in my room because work clothes. One of them fell, so now I have to go deal with
it. The rack itself fell down.
It has so much clothes on it. It's heavy that it tilted towards me when I pulled out this dress. So now it was right before work, so I'm not dealing with that.
Is that the apartment one or your own
my own?
One?
So I have a closet of clothes, and then I have 3 racks of clothes outside my room.
Damn, you have a lot of clothes.
I do, and I feel like I wear the same stuff all the time.
But then again, I feel like you're always wearing different dresses.
I do have a good rotation, for work.
Yeah.
I don't have going out clothes.
Oh yeah, I don't have a whole lot of clothes.
I'm either in a nice dress because of work, or I'm in sweatpants or workout clothes. There's no in between. It's full glam or
no glam at all.
Or naked mole rat, I have work clothes, which if you were in TV news, you know that girls tend to collect stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I have a good, I counted it. I think I have a good 30 to 40 outfits.
Damn.
However, not all of them are all seasonal across. So, yeah. And I don't really like some, so I don't use them.
I envy you because you have a lot of good work clothes. Like, you know what looks good for you. I still have clothes from college. Literally. And I'm like, I need to get rid of this.
So I have a box of clothes from college, which are usually just party clothes. But I do that. Like, if I find one dress, I will buy it in the same
multiple colors.
Like I wish this dress I would have bought in different colors when I found it online. I have like, there's one specific dress that I have like it in 5 colors.
I know what dress you're talking about because I think I almost got that dress.
Yeah, and you kind of have a similar black one to it.
Yeah,
like,
I have like the same black dresses. They're different. Carlos is like, why do you always end up getting the same black dress that you already have? Because they're different.
And it's just hard. It's just hard. Being on news and being on TV and working.
I still don't know. I know you're more of a dress girl.
I am.
I am more of a pants person. I don't like to wear dresses a lot.
I love dresses. I could live in dresses. I like the flexibility of having a breathiness, the airiness. I love that. I just, once I pick one dress, that's all. It covers my top and my bottom. Like I don't have to pick a bottom. I don't have to pick a top. I just have to pick one thing. But aside from that, I love dresses.
I struggle more with dresses than finding a top with pants because I wear the same pants all the time because, you know.
I will say that. I only have like 4 pairs of pants, but multiple blouses.
Yeah.
And that's all you really need if you take care of them and wash them properly.
Yeah, being smart about the basics that you choose because you could really like do a whole lot with it.
Yeah, so one of my racks fell and I have to go deal with that after work. So I'm not excited about that, but I am, hoping to do something this weekend. I know you have big plans this weekend, right?
I'm going to a wedding, which is exciting. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's country themed because that's what the photos looked like. It's in Luling, Texas. We're going to be in San Marcos as well. So that's going to be nice. I have Monday off, but we're going to basically be there till Monday. So I'm really ready for my birthday weekend because I'm not going to do anything. And I have 4 days off finally because I'm just so tired of everything. Because I've been off, but going out of town and doing a whole bunch of things, I don't really consider that time off. That's just like you have to do something out of town.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I'm just tired. I don't know.
You've had weekends like back to back, like all April. You've had.
Oh yeah, April's been a busy month, and that's what I was saying. Like prior, I'm like April's gonna be a crazy month, so I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready for my birthday weekend. I see in my future a lot of sitting down and watching Netflix.
I was going to say, a Cinco de Mayo baby over here. I think you need like salsa and guacamole night and margarita night.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be, I mean, like I said, there's always the same theme every year. You don't need to think too much into it. I still don't know what I'm going to do, but I mean, it's 29, so it's nothing.
It's your, what do you, wait, it's your last, 29? Are you turning 29?
I don't know. I always forget how old I am. No, yeah, I'm turning 29. Yeah, the last hurrah of
it's
my
your last
20s.
20s. You have to, yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Or turn 30.
Do people, when they do I've seen it on TikTok, they do like funeral themed birthdays because it's your last. Would it be like you turning 30? Or you turning 29 as your last 20th? Like they're mourning your 20s.
I think it's more mourning with 29.
So we should do a funeral theme.
Wear all black. I mean, I already wear all black, so
yeah.
I won't be deviating from my typical wardrobe. But yeah, I don't know. I still don't even know what I'm going to do. My birthday's on a Friday, which is awesome. It lands on a good day. I just really don't know. Probably just go out to eat, needle.
Yeah, the classics.
Invite people out. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're a little older.
But with that being said, let's get into our quick headlines. We have a lot of them. And
yeah, we do. So I'm going to, so I'll try to be quick as much as I can. But these are just like quick headlines that, we kind of gather up during the week, and then we'll go into our top 3 stories that we really want to deep more into.
Dive into.
Very deep. Okay. So our first quick headline is Katy Perry and Lionel Richie are the headliners for King Charles' coronation taking place on May 6th. So we reported
Katy Perry and Lionel Richie. Katy Perry.
It's like the American Idol special.
What? See, when you said Katy Perry and Lionel Richie, I didn't really know, but they're gonna be at the coronation.
Yeah, they're like the leads, which is funny because so when Meghan Markle got married, I think it was during this season when American Idol was still going. Like, it is, May. She got married on May 18th, so American Idol was happening, and I think they asked Katy Perry on a red carpet, what did you think about her dress? And she's like, she could have used one more fitting.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm like, so you're not a Meghan fan?
I kind of agree.
And then thinking about it, Meghan and Katy are probably around the same age, so they were probably in Hollywood.
They probably ran in the same circles at some 100%, point.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
That's interesting.
But it's kind of sad that it's not. It's Americans. They're American.
True. I think British people, I feel like that's pretty obvious to show, or it shows that British people are probably not a huge fan of theirs.
If you were British, who would you want your...
Elton John, duh.
Oh shit, that's a good one. Oh, but he's not gonna do that to Princess Diana.
No. He's not gonna do that Princess Di, and then also he's really close with Harry. They were in the UK, I think it was this month earlier, about the whole I think it was the whole newspaper thing and stuff like that. They were together in that. So yeah,
Elton John, Adele.
I think, Adele. I think that they wanted to ask the Spice Girls because you know how he has that connection with the Spice Girls. And I think they were kind of like, no.
Interesting. So we finally kind of have a lineup for the entertainers for that grand, glorious day. So our next story, Zac Efron has followed Vanessa Hudgens on Instagram, exciting a group of fans that had remained dormant on the internet for years. For those who don't know or don't remember, Efron and Hudgens dated for 4 years after they met on the set of High School Musical. They broke up definitely in 2010.
I'm wondering if he was like, you know what, it's been some time, why not throw a
this makes me think there's gonna be like a High School Musical special, and he's kind of like,
remember those pictures or those videos or TikToks they were doing?
And it's been so long. It's been 13 years. When I said right now, they broke up in 2010, what was that, like 5 years ago? No, it's been 13 years. So she's engaged. She's inevitably happy.
He's a new man.
He's my man. I love Zac Efron. Like, Zac Efron can do no wrong in my...
I like Zac Efron too. I feel like he's done a lot of good with his platform.
He's just like, you know, the feeling when you think about your like middle school crush and you're just like, aw. Like, that's when I think about Zac Efron.
So now that I think about Zac Efron, I was expecting a lot more from him as far as like coming out in like movies and becoming a big movie star, and he kind of really didn't go that path.
I think it had to do with his I think he had substance abuse issues, and I think that kind of like slowed him down or was a factor, because there was a time where he was like the it boy. Like, he was in those movies. What was that movie with like the where he was a frat boy, and then he was doing Neighbors. And then he did that 17 one.
Yeah, I remember 17 again.
And then St. Cloud Charlie St. Cloud, and then Baywatch was really good.
Oh, I didn't watch Baywatch.
But I really
after
can't
that
think of
he dropped
anything.
off, and then he became more environmental and like doing like a Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's a cutie patootie in my eyes. But yeah, I really hope it's like a little preview or reasoning is because of the high school stuff.
I'm curious when High School Musical came out and when the end of like...
Okay, so if they were together for 4 years. They broke up in 2010.
2006?
So if 2006, meaning they probably started...
So 2005. Let's say 2005. So we're going to... it's 2015. 2025 isn't until another year or so maybe it's not an anniversary thing. I don't know.
Maybe the first high school... Were they dating in the first high school
musical?
I
was about to say, like, was it the first or the second one? I'm pretty sure it was the first one that they started dating.
I feel like they started, like, being a thing. I love high school musical.
Oh, I remember when it first came out, all the previews I would see, I think...
Came out in 2006.
Okay, so still a long ways for, like, a 20-year reunion. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they decide to do.
Okay, well, another one, this is another rapid story, and I'm not happy about. Chance the Rapper has received backlash after a video showed him, who has been married with wife Kristen Corley since 2019. The video showing him, I guess, twerking on...
Or a girl was twerking on him.
Yes, this girl model, Mela Melez. Mela was twerking on the father of two while he leaned back and slapped her behind at the carnival in Jamaica.
I'm just like... Ugh.
That's not married man behavior.
No, it's not. I would be upset if I saw that.
No, I would, like... so pissed.
I think it was, and this makes me laugh because I heard somebody the other day saying, like, I'm gonna fight when I hear let's play devil's advocate, but let's play devil's advocate really quick. Maybe it was just like in a playful way, but still, like, I personally as a woman, and if I saw my significant other doing that, I would be livid.
Playful way. You guys need to watch the video. Yeah. That is not playful. That is straight up sexual.
Yeah.
Like, no. Playful is like if they were both like maybe like hey or something.
Well, we just saw a snippet of it. We didn't see like the entire interaction between them, but I mean, just from that snippet, it's
like that's all you need.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like he is literally grinding and well, she's twerking on him, but he is grinding very inappropriately.
He was like enjoying it,
and then he slaps her behind.
Yeah, and you know, he is a very religious, I would say, person. He incorporates a lot of his faith in his music. And he is currently the judge on The Voice. So it's just like not good PR.
A lot of people were saying like, well, that's just Jamaican tradition. And I'm like, no. You don't have to.
I would love to have heard the conversation between him and his wife.
Yeah, so no. Okay, well, speaking of couples over here, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo are facing more fury over their new show Live with Kelly and Mark, after it was revealed on Thursday morning that they only work 3 days a week. Many viewers are left furious after the latest episode aired on ABC and the words previously recorded flashed across the screen. So let me explain this. So Monday was the first day for Kelly and her new host, Mark, who Mark is her husband. They said the first issue was that they are too PDA. Too much gushy, too much handsy. Like, it's like they sit next to each other and he always has to have like some kind of hand on her. Then they found out, so Live has never recorded on Fridays. So if you work for Live, you only record Monday through Thursday, and I believe Thursday you record 2 shows. But now on Thursday, that episode also had previously recorded on. So now people are like, why call it Live if you only technically work 3 weeks or 3 days out of the week?
Well, aside from like the PDA, I just heard the chemistry, like as far as like the banter, it's not there. I
don't know why they thought this was a good idea.
She would talk over him a lot of the times, like not letting him speak. It's not a good idea. Like, I get it, I guess in theory, like, oh, we're fun, people like us individually, maybe they'll like us together.
But when he would guest host, it was great because it was a special treat.
Yeah.
I don't think, the only reason that I don't think it works is because when you banter, like, she brings in her weekend stories
but they share the same life.
But they share the same life. So that's a little so I think that they always had a great chemistry, and he was a great host when he would be a guest, but as a guest, not as
and kind of ridiculous, like, just work.
I think the guy that, what's his name, Jerry, he's on the other show now. Jerry.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
The child actor.
Who's the guy who does the game show, right? About the Pictionary?
Yes, him.
I'm always watching him during the editorial
He auditioned
meetings.
to be her co-host, went before Ryan during the, like, when they were doing, like, guest hosts every week. He was one of them, and I think he was a close second to Ryan Pig. He's so good.
Yeah.
And I think his current, I think he's too big of a star for his current
for the
show.
Pictionary one? Yeah.
No, he's in another talk show.
Oh, okay.
It's on CBS. It's the one that Cheryl Osborne used to be in. Is that her name? Cheryl Osborne? Yeah. Sharon Osbourne used to host with like the girls that also, it's kind of like The View, but CBS version.
Isn't it like The Talk or something?
Something like that.
They have a guy on Talk?
So now they have 2 guys and 3 girls.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen
But I think he's
promotional
just so
picture
much
for that.
like famous than everyone there.
I think that obviously this was a Nepo decision.
Yeah. Maybe like to make, after all the stuff they did to her, they're like trying to make her happy.
Yeah.
The Kelly Ripa stuff.
But it's like, when is Kelly Ripa going to retire? She looks great. But it's like, what is it going to take for you to just be like, okay, that's it?
I actually read that they bought the rights to one of my favorite books, and I just need it to Mexican Gothic.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about that book.
Yeah, they have the rights to it. Like Mark and
Are
Kelly.
They gonna do anything?
I don't know. I mean,
they just wanted the rights to it.
I mean, Mark could be in it. I think he's a great actor.
And they could even put maybe their kids in it, or their daughter,
like someone.
Yeah,
I know the son's an actor, but I don't know about.
Or they could look for somebody.
So we'll see how that develops. Hopefully, it works out for them. If not, I hope it doesn't go into their marriage.
Ooh.
Okay, so
so
another rapid story. We have the Twilight Saga is getting the television treatment.
God.
A source telling The Hollywood Reporter that a series version of author Stephanie Meyer's bestseller series is in early development via Lionsgate Television.
I already said this once before, and it's just becoming that thing. You know how everyone was like, oh, Harry Potter's popular, so Twilight's trying to follow in its fame. Like, why are you all still continuing?
I think it's going to be about the
that?
family, how they became vampires.
That would be if it was not the same thing, I'd be so down for it. Like, explain it's going to be Twilight, but a different element to Twilight. I'm down.
I'm like, hear me out, Lionsgate. Ashley Greene, we follow her. And how Alice became her human form, and then eventually, maybe at the end of season 1, excuse me, she becomes a vampire, and then we follow her and how she ends up finding the family, the Cullen family.
So, I mean, just that they haven't said that it's going to be, we're just going to, like Harry Potter, we're just going to do the books all over again. Like, I'm happy that they're leaving a little bit of room for like, a little different, something different.
I feel like Twilight, it's like, oh, we met these characters as adults, so we don't really know their backstory. Where Harry Potter, we grew up with him. It's like, so what else do we need to know about him?
I would watch a Harry Potter continuation of that story, but I was a huge Twihard back in the day, so my little Twilight heart and my lunchbox at home are excited. Vampire stuff. So I'm excited to see it if they do something different. If it's the same exact thing, I'm just gonna be like, why? I know Kristen Stewart wasn't the best, but hey, that's the version that we got, and it's too soon. So
that's too funny. Okay, so we'll keep you definitely updated on that one, because as you just heard, Brenda is a Twihard. She won't let us forget it.
I'm Team Edward now. I used to be Team Jacob.
Whoa, red flag.
I just had the hugest crush on Taylor Lautner when I was younger.
Is it the Shark Boy?
No, Shark Boy? It was just like him and like, you know, I was a kid. It was him with muscles. He like...
You were a kid.
Twilight.
Yeah. Why are you looking at his muscles?
Well, I was in middle high school, so I wasn't like a kid. I refer myself as a kid, but
just younger. You're too funny. Okay. So Belinda is back, y'all. White Lotus. Natasha Rothwell will return to the White Lotus for season 3. Variety has learned from multiple sources close to the production. So Belinda, if you watch season 1 of White Lotus, it is the spa lady that kind of is taken under Jennifer Coolidge's character's wing and is in the hopes of getting
basically screwed over at the end of the season.
She does everything for Jennifer's character because she had promised her like, oh, I'll fund your project because you're such a healing person, and she is back.
So she's going to be going to Thailand. I bet she's going to be like like she's gonna move with White Lotus team over there, and like
I'm so excited because I really do feel like her story was so unfinished.
Yeah.
Like she got so screwed over at the end. Like it was just gut wrenching where it's like she put, all her hopes, and then this character's like, you know what, I can't. After all, I can't.
Never mind.
Help you.
I just wanted a distraction or somebody to. I feel like this is White Lotus season 1 to 2. The continued character was Jennifer Coolidge's. That was the reoccurring one, since Jennifer Coolidge, spoiler, passes away in the second one. They're continuing that trend of bringing back somebody from a prior season. So I think that's the only person they'll probably bring back, because they only bring back one.
Really? I think they'll do one more, maybe
Portia
from season 2.
Yeah,
I hope it's Portia, because it makes sense for Portia, because Portia like witnessed everything, and then it just kind of like nothing happened. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so this next headline is for you, Brenda. Yellowstone coming to an end after the second half of its 5th season amid disputes between Kevin Costner and creator. Sources are telling, I believe, Variety. That's what I have. I'm not sure. Yeah. But how do you feel about that?
I think with the initial news about him not being as involved anymore, I feel like that was kind of the first indication that it was going to kind of turn. And also with the Matthew McConaughey thing, I'm just curious as to if they're going to continue that with him, or if they're just going to make a spin-off.
So I haven't watched Yellowstone. Can it continue without Kevin's character?
No, because it's centered around him, his family, and his ranch. It could. It really could. I haven't seen the new season, so I don't really know what's been going on in that world. But sad to see it. But every good thing must come to an end.
Yeah, so. I mean, it's also better to end it and on top.
Yeah, when it's no offense, Grey's Anatomy. When it's just when are you gonna end? You never want to hear that. When are you gonna finish your show? Because time's up.
Even Grey's, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so speaking of Yellowstone, there is a connection to this. Okay, so following his star-making role in the Yellowstone prequel series 1923, Brandon Sklenar has landed another major role. He has joined Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni to star as Atlas Corrigan in the film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, It Ends With Us. And if you've been following along, It Ends With Us was our last book, our last book for our book club, and we already did a review. It's posted if you guys want to check it out. So we're really excited. We've been following along who's getting cast for
Nowhere
this.
on the list did I ever think this guy, because we remember how in the book club episode we kind of put out some ideas of people. No one. This is.
I don't even know who this is.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know who this man is.
Out of left field. What do you think initially, just looking at him? Do you think he's Atlas?
Yeah.
I'm kind of. So I looked at the initial picture, the casting picture. I saw it in that, and then I started looking up other pictures of him, and I'm like, I don't know.
Really? Oh God, I only saw that one picture. I don't know. It gives me the.
Watch it. Look at him clean cut.
Ooh, but I don't think
I think Atlas gets a little bit more clean cut when he becomes an adult.
You think so? I still think he would be a little grungier.
Rugged?
Yeah, because he's still
this guy rugged, looks good. Clean cut, I'm like, eh. It kind of gave me that Joe Alwyn jump scare where you're like, whoa.
Pin that. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Let's see. Ooh.
Yeah. When you see more pictures of him, you're just kind of like, eesh. I don't know. Hopefully, the hair. I think it's going to be depending on the hair and the facial hair.
The facial hair. Because there's some facial hairs. Atlas, I pictured
a little bit
the rugged, handsome where it's like, oh, you're cute.
Yeah.
This is
maybe some scruff on him. Mm-hmm. Longish hair, not too long, just a little out there.
Yeah. This guy is you're a cute, artsy kind of looking guy, a little scrawny, skinnier, slimmer than I pictured Atlas as an adult.
Yeah, I pictured him to be bigger.
I had a good picture of. I didn't have a face for Atlas, but it was not this face.
Yeah.
I know it's not this face. Interesting. Ooh. I'm going to stop scrolling.
I really want to see who their younger people are going to be.
I still don't agree with the ages, though.
Oh, yeah. Still, no. No. And with the recent pictures of Blake Lively out and about,
I really don't.
I'm like, when are you gonna start getting ready for the role? Because we already see Justin Baldoni.
Oh yes, so that's another
up.
thing. So Justin Baldoni, I follow him on Instagram, and he actually, if you guys know him or follow him, he's had long hair for a while, and he actually, I just love him so much. He is in, I'm not sure where he's at, but he's not in, like, with his family. He's focusing on this project, and he came back to spend Easter week with his family, and they went to cut his hair, and he donated his hair to like a cancer nonprofit for them to make wigs out of it because it was pretty long. Of course he's cutting it super short, and he's like in a fit.
He
like
looks like Ryle. He is Ryle.
It's like reminds me of Raphael from Jane the
Oh
Virgin.
yeah.
And I'm just like, Justin. Raphael, Team Raphael forever. But I love it. And maybe, obviously, he has more, he's a director and he's a producer of it. So him including the fans, I know it's the reason behind it because he's more, he's more invested in getting it right because of how involved he is. So I'm excited. So I just want to know when they're going to shoot. Like, can you guys hurry up? Because you guys need to shoot it. You guys need to edit it. You guys need to put it out.
It's going to be another 2 years probably till it
You think
comes
so?
out.
I think they might start shooting this summer and it's out by, like, December of next year.
I would maybe put, I don't even know. I don't know what season I would give it. Definitely feels like a winter movie. Spring.
Like a Thanksgiving?
Winter? Oh, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Like
or do you think they'll get into the blockbuster summer world?
See, I mean,
I feel like with the book, everything that the book, people like it, people followed it. I think it's worth a summer blockbuster kind of thing, or like Christmas time, like you said.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Holidays. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but if you want to hear more of our thoughts, you can go to the episode.
Yeah, we read the book. I recommend for you to read the book and then check back our recap.
It was a really good book.
Yes. So other headlines, I know you have a couple.
Yeah. So Thursday, because it's Friday today. On Thursday, Hailey Bieber, early in the morning, I think, she posted on her social media just kind of talking about how this has been a very hard year for her. She's been going through a lot emotionally, and she just was basically telling all her followers, like, if you're going through struggles, I'm here with you. I'm also going through a lot of struggles too. And obviously this is just because I feel like last year she was on a high because of her product had just came out, Road Beauty. Like, she was being considered the it girl in fashion, and then just with this whole social media feud between that they pitted Selena and her against each other. Like, I'm sure this year has been like a drag. So
it's been a lot, I bet, for her.
So it was just kind of like out of nowhere. She put it out there, just letting people know what she thinks. So that's how
it's probably because her husband defended another man before she defended.
And we'll get into that one during our Coachella talk. And then the last one. So we are continuing this Scandival mess. It was this last weekend that it was leaked that he went to a treatment center. He did acknowledge that whole thing, and he said, I'm really upset with the treatment center for leaking this information. I was going to work on my mental health, which we're all allowed to do. Which, I agree. If in those kind of situations, like, I do not agree with the man and what he did, but if he's seeking help, what happened to full disclosure? Like, what happened to
it's just
secrecy?
bad move for the company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or the business, or the center.
And VPR continues to air episodes every Thursday. In this week's episode, it's just becoming more and more obvious that there's something going on between Raquel and Sandoval. Katie has brought it up. Allie, which is Jason Kennedy's girlfriend, she was like, oh, I saw Raquel and Sandoval out at 1 a.m. with Ariana nowhere in sight. It's like, we already know what's happening, but it's starting to look like the show is catching up in real time. And you're starting to see these little hints of, like, they were in a jacuzzi together, Ariana, Tom, and Raquel, along with some other person. I didn't know who it was. And they were taking a picture together. And I think it was Ariana that says, we look like a throuple. And they're just kind of joking around, laughing, and then you catch a moment where Raquel and Tom just look at each other in the eyes like they know, like we know what they know. So it's just, I cannot wait to see the ending of this season because it's going to be fireworks. And I think I've seen a lot of TikToks kind of like saying that there might have been hints prior to when everything came out, because the intro to their show, it kind of shows each cast member, and they say typically they have the cast members that are dating in the same kind of sequence together, and that this season Tom and Ariana weren't. They were separated. Like it was him with Schwartz together in one scene, and then it was Ariana with Katie and Shayna. So they're like, maybe and I'm sure the producers already knew something was going on. So it's just like already foreshadowing. But that is the latest on Scandalval.
Whoa. That's a lot.
Yeah. All right.
I'm excited. Okay, so
let's get into our topics.
Our bigger topics for the day. So Wicked director John M. Chu is giving out a sprinkling of the Oz magic. Chu, who is helming the upcoming film adaptation of the musical, shared a sneak peek at stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo transformation into their characters on Instagram Sunday, quote, saying, "You weren't told the whole story. What happens when you veer off the yellow brick road?" Chu captioned that post. The Universal Picture vehicle will release in 2 parts, with the first in November of 2024 and the second part in the holidays in 2025.
I forgot they're splitting it up. That makes a lot of sense why she's working so long and so hard on this project. Those photos looked amazing.
Yeah.
They're very like dim, which I feel like is just showing what the aesthetic is going to be like for the movie.
Like a very dark movie.
It shows, of course, Elphaba and Glinda. And it's funny because the Glinda one of Ariana looks like her album for, remember?
the steps, the stairs.
Yeah, the stairs. And also we did see set photos of Ariana in her Glinda the Good Witch outfit. Man, that outfit looked very reminiscent of the original dress that she wore in the movie, which I'm like, I like their attention to detail. Like they wanted to preserve some things.
It's just like, we're so far away. Like, why are you teasing us? Like, I just can't with that.
I think it's because Ariana's been in the light, so they probably wanted to put out something positive.
And also, they probably are going to start getting pictured out and, like, their looks. It's like, I'd rather you just see how, like, her blonde hair.
I know, because she was covering it for a long time. But I'm like, just show it. It's not like that's going to reveal anything. It's just your hair. We know you're going to go blonde. It's not, like, a big deal.
But it's her hair.
But did you ever watch the musical?
I haven't, no.
Neither have I. But I've heard the music when I was a theater kid. I would hear the music
me too. I think they actually have it in San Antonio. We should watch. We should go.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I know when I went to New York with my family, I really wanted to go see it, but those tickets are like hard to come by. Even I'm pretty sure still, because it's such a...
It's just a classic. Like, you go to New York and you see that, you know?
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a great cast. All the photos look impeccable. I can only imagine how much it's going to look like eye candy. I hope it's visually pleasing.
Oh, it has to be. Just because, even think about it, like, The Wizard of Oz, the original one, is so, like... It's so nice to hear. Like, it's just so magical. And that was, like... many years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but many years ago. So with our technology now, like, it would be a disappointment to see that visually we couldn't perform when they were able to a couple
Now I hope it doesn't become a thing where it's like it's too dark for you to see,
like Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah, because I hate it when directors do that. It's like, I get it, but you can brighten up things a little bit more. Yeah, like House of Dragon, Game of Thrones. Don't follow their formula, please, just for our sakes. Alrighty.
Okay. So this one, let's talk about this one. Okay, I'm calling this Taylor Swift breakup drama / Taylor outings, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me take you through a timeline. So we talked about Taylor last week and how she was spotted for the first time since her breakup. She had that beautiful off-the-shoulder top with the
rebirth pants.
So now this week on Monday, Taylor was spotted out in New York again. That's when we saw her going to dinner. We're not sure who she was having dinner with, but it was that like brown jeans, hair pulled back.
Yeah.
Very simple. So Wednesday, though, Swift was spotted out to dinner with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in New York City. Those were very paparazzi shots. Like, we barely got to see her getting into a car. They all got into the same car. We saw their faces get in. Where the other two were very much like, stroll down the street, take my picture.
No, the second recent photos, the one in the middle, those looked very like.
Yeah, we don't even know who she's having dinner with.
She like turns to the side and like smiles and waves. It's like,
it's like her era in New York when she had 1989.
That's what a lot of people were saying. It was her 1989 vibe.
So, okay, this is her view. This is what we know of Taylor so far from the breakup. So now we are getting our first glimpse of Joe Alwyn. The first time we saw him actually was through a picture posted by Emma Laird. I don't know how to. She's basically his co-star in The Brutalist. She posted an Instagram carousel titled Moments in March. One of the images in that carousel appears to have been taken late in the evening on the city street with Alwyn on a green scooter and was likely captured while the actors were on location filming. Since the Discovery fans found her Instagram and saw that her comments have been turned off. Okay?
People are going after her, which
first of all, it was an okay picture, but I was just kind of like, oh, that's him. Weird.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are actually seeing what Joe Alwyn looks like, and it's kind of like, what?
And then when was it? Thursday, Joe Alwyn was photographed popping out of a hotel in London as he talked on the phone. And those pictures...
I hate to bash on anybody because I'm sure he's also going through a lot right now. We don't know what happened with their breakup, but he had those bags under his eyes like he's been crying. Like, you know when you get those bags where they're so heavy and big?
No, I don't cry.
His eye bags were massive.
Yeah.
And it just kind of made me feel bad for him.
It's just a lot. Bit. Like, he's no longer rich. Like,
so I'm just like, okay, you're either on Taylor's good side or you're not. And if you're not, I'm not the type of fan that's gonna go and comment and be like, you suck, whatever. But like, damn, people are turning on him. So we did see Yoselin tell us the latest developments.
Yeah, so we actually found out that Ryan Reynolds has stopped following Joe after that outing that we saw them on Thursday.
Yes.
And I believe other people. I know. So I believe the other people.
The Himes sisters.
The Himes. And one more person. Oh, her brother.
Her brother
have stopped. So Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner still follow him. So once. Maybe we should check. Maybe.
Right now, unfollowed. Here, you heard it here first. I'm just kidding. She's going to check that. But so just a fun fact. Right when Joe Alwyn had a Times article, Ryan Reynolds, I don't know if he was the interviewee or he was the one that wrote the article about Joe, but like, I mean, you must be cool on some kind of level for you to ask him or for him to be willing to do that. So for him to unfollow him, it must mean that there's something more than just a mutual breakup. And
like, Jack still follows him.
Okay. It's, I don't know. It's a mess. It's becoming messier and messier as the weeks go by. Was there infidelity? We don't know. But I'm loving the ride, honestly. For a while we weren't hearing anything from Taylor Swift, and boy did she come back. and she's in the news all the time now. So I hope it, kind of ceases, but I want to hear some more tea. I want to know what happened.
I do too.
I want to know how
Ryan
bad
literally,
it is.
Ryan does not follow him. He follows Taylor still. Joe still follows Taylor, still follows Jack and Aaron.
Oh, Joe still follows Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
Eesh.
Taylor doesn't follow anyone, so we can't really. But
was she ever following him?
I don't think so. Okay. I think she's always been at zero because of that.
I think I also saw a TikToker on Instagram, somebody mentioning, whether it's true or not, I don't know, this is just a rumor, that for a year or for a while she wasn't even liking any of his posts.
So there is another rumor that she's like talking or dating this Formula One driver, Fernando
There's a
Alonso.
blind.
But so, do you think they've broken up for a while?
I think that they were. I think for a while now. I think they were on and off a lot, and they were towards the end more off than on, like maybe trying to figure out where they're going to go from there. I keep hearing that they were supposed to just be on a break, and that when the information was leaked, that's when they're like, okay, this is over.
Yeah.
And that's why it just kind of makes you question who leaked the information.
Him.
And if he did leak it, was it because he wanted it to end?
Probably.
And was just like, this is definitely going to be the nail in the coffin.
I think things might come out, and he's like, well, if people don't know I'm not with her, it's going to look like I'm a cheater.
True.
That's what I think.
True.
Not saying that he was. I'm just saying that sometimes it's just better because he's on set. Rumors might start. He might go out to drink. He might be talking
in a girls' carousel.
Yeah, it's like little things like that. So I don't know. I just hope.
I don't know. I want to see more tea, but I also just kind of want it to.
There is the other thing where in her last concert, a fan had a sign that said, "Are you okay?" And she's singing. She's like, just gives a thumbs up.
Also, in that lyric for Delicate, like, do the girls back home touch you like I do?
Oh,
she,
yeah.
like, shakes her head
She's like,
no.
I'm like,
that just
so that makes me.
Yeah, it just makes me want to know everything. And I feel like every week we're probably going to just make a Taylor update segment because there is something new all the time. But let's just cut it off there. We'll see you again next week on the latest with Taylor
Stand by on Taylor. Okay, so Coachella weekend 1 happened this past weekend. And if you're not familiar, Coachella is a music festival, art festival that happens in Indio, California. Each year, there is 2 weekends. It's basically a lineup of Monday, Saturdays. Oh my God. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Like Monday, what?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the same exact lineup is repeated the following week. So we just went through, weekend 1.
And boy,
so
was there a lot that came out from there.
I'm going to give you some of the good highlights of it, and then we'll talk about the ones we want to talk about. So something that happened this weekend, Blink-182 performed with Tom DeLonge for the first time in 9 years. Critics are saying standout sets came from Blackpink and Rosalia. And then technical issues with Bad Bunny and Post Malone, who had him as a special guest. We had Frank Ocean also had delays and has announced that he will not be playing weekend 2. And then not on stage, but in the crowd, we witnessed Camila and Shawn Mendes reunited.
The reunion.
And then we saw Kendall Jenner with Bad Bunny out and watching other people's sets. And so just, let's talk about, first we saw Kendall and Bad Bunny out there.
Yes.
She was out at his set in the VIP area looking
VIP. Okay, let me tell you. So last week, I didn't even realize it was already Coachella time. I was like, damn it, we didn't even mention it in the show. And I was excited for Friday. I didn't do anything. I'm like, I'm going to watch Bad Bunny because I didn't get to go to the concert. I'm super excited. Because I actually messaged you a while ago, what's California time to Central time?
Oh, that's why you asked. Yeah, it's 2 hours, yeah.
And so he performed at 11. I'm like, fuck. Oh, sorry. I was like, shoot, because if he starts at 11, that's 1 a.m., right? In California?
11,
that's 1.
12, yeah.
That's 1, right? So I was so ready. I had my phone charged because, I was watching Love is Blind while that was waiting. And I fell asleep. I fell asleep throughout his whole set. I didn't wake up until 3 when Carlos was coming in from work, and it was just his last song. And I was like, oh my God, I was looking forward to this so
That was me last year with
much.
Harry Styles. I'm like,
I was so mad at myself. And then on Saturday, since the live stream is up for 24 hours, or it's up all the time, but you can rewind back to it. I fell asleep again, and I missed it twice. And I might not be able to watch it tomorrow. So I'm just not going to see Bad Bunny. So
I don't even think they live stream the second weekend. They just do
They don't?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't get to see it because I fell asleep. And
Yeah.
I was just really mad at myself. But yes, Kendall was there. She was having a great time. Whether she knew the lyrics or not, or any of her friends knew the lyrics or not, I highly doubt. But
Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber were out there with her.
yeah, they're just like probably just pumping their fists. Didn't really know what was going on. But
So Camila Cabello, I don't know why I just kept calling her Camila. Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes are also spotted out there. They were spotted. She was sitting on his lap. They were making out.
Yeah.
So do we think they're back together? Was it a hookup for the weekend?
Well, there's a video of them in LA, I think, holding hands.
Oh, back together.
They're spotted holding hands. So I think that she has a lyric on a song, or I don't know, something about Coachella. If you're gonna be there, honey, don't let me know. If you are, I'm going to be thinking about you, or something like that. It's something along those lines. So I think they're back together.
I'm glad he's been kind of it kind of makes sense, and I'll tell you why. There were rumors. There have been rumors of him dating people since he broke up for a while. Recently, there were rumors of him dating...
Chiropractor, right?
No, dating Sabrina Carpenter. And they were actually spotted, walking out. He has never commented or made an explanation on this one. He was just like, no, she's just a really good friend. I think he had already started talking with Camila back then.
Or she was probably like, what's going on with you and Sabrina?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we're good. I swear. Let me tell the whole world.
See you at Coachella, though.
Yeah.
100%. So
I keep seeing TikToks of him, or I just saw one. I don't know. I keep seeing. Where he's doing an interview or something, and he's explaining his songs, and he was like, yeah, I told her that these are all written about her, and people are saying that that's about Camila. So I think he's always been in love with Camila Mendes for a long time. Cabello. Man, you could already tell I'm getting tired. Okay.
we're ready for the weekend.
Camila Cabello. So he's always been in love with her.
Yeah.
Why'd they break up then?
I think it was just a lot.
Maybe.
I think he needed it.
To realize.
Not because I think he loves her more than he loves him, which I think every relationship should be like that, where the guy loves the girl more.
Yeah.
Because men are animals. I'm just kidding. So I think he was just so in love with her that she was kind of like, you haven't even really experienced life. This is just me assuming, and what I would say at her, you need to go and do your thing. He probably went out and did his thing, and he's like, dude, I'm still miserable without you. And she's like, okay, maybe we are meant to be together.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be in it for the long haul. We'll see. And then let's get into the whole Frank Ocean of it all. I'm gonna kind of read you what this Festival Owl, I guess it's like an insider as to what happens behind the scenes with Festival. Let me just start off. It was a shit show. As a fan of Frank Ocean, I was so looking forward to watching the live stream. And then when I found out the day of on Sunday, he canceled basically the live stream, which I was like, it seems fitting because Frank Ocean isn't a very showy person. I'm actually even surprised he agreed to do Coachella because it doesn't even seem like his vibe at all. But yeah, I guess it really isn't his vibe at all because he really did not put on a good show. A lot of people were very, very upset with what happened. Let me see where this post is. Darn it. Okay, I'll just paraphrase. So essentially, we had heard that through Dumois that Frank Ocean's set was going to include an ice skating rink where he was going to have figure skaters or people twirling around while he sang. What the hell? Okay, here's a Frank Ocean essential. What the heck is wrong with my phone? Okay, I'm going to put this over here. So what happened, apparently, allegedly, according to this site, is that the day of on Sunday, or probably the day before, Frank was like, I don't want the ice skating rink after all, so cut that. And they're like, we already had set it up. So they had to melt down the ice. They had to reuse the figure skaters, figure out what they're going to do because I guess they're already paid for the day. Fans, mind you, were camping out overnight and getting there super early for the gates to open so they could wait for him. I think gates opened at noon. He didn't start till 11 or 10. So that's almost 12 hours waiting in the hot sun. I heard it was the hottest day of the weekend. They're waiting there all day. He started an hour late because of that ice skating rink melt thing. It took longer for him to get started.
Which ate up his time to perform.
Yeah, which ate up his time to perform. When he started performing, Apparently he was singing in the back of the stage. He didn't even show up on the stage yet. He was lip singing his songs. A lot of people were saying it was basically like a sound party where you just like hear the music. And he was told he couldn't complete his set because he was going past curfew. It was just a whole
Which he still went past
mess.
20 minutes, by the way.
Oh, he did?
So, yeah, because I was reading up on... So, Coachella's agreement with the city is that if they go past curfew... If you go past 5 minutes of curfew, it's an automatic $20,000 fine. And anything after 5 minutes, it's $1,000 fine per minute.
Oh my God.
So they ended up, just for this weekend alone, I believe they paid like in fines $117,000.
And I would put that on the artist if I could.
But, well, they don't have to worry about him again.
Yeah, so apparently he broke his foot. I doubt it. I doubt it. He probably is just dealing with the comments people are making. Like, his fans aren't happy. And, you know, people make these hilarious comments like, Frank Ocean hates his fans. And it's just kind of upsetting to see. Like, it's been, I think I heard 7 years since he last performed. He did mention that he's working on an album or something. I don't know. But it's like, you know, these people waited all day for you.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years. Like,
and it's not like he doesn't have new music.
Yeah.
Like, you've been out of the scene for a while, and people are still willing to wait for you for 12 hours under the sun, where they could literally be seeing the top artists in the world, and they are camping out to see you. Like,
and
just
also,
put a little
like,
effort.
if you're gonna be lip singing your own songs, I can just listen to your music at home and just do the same thing. Like, it's ridiculous. In that post, they had mentioned that if Coachella wasn't to fulfill his changes, that he wasn't even gonna show up, which is just kind of like,
yeah,
I don't know, you're being a brat. Like, if you didn't want to do Coachella, you shouldn't have even agreed to it. It doesn't even seem like it's your vibe. You barely even want to do anything small. Why sign up for one of the biggest music festivals in the world?
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous. So
now what's the plan for weekend 2? Who's going to be the headliner for Sunday?
they're moving up. They're going to make Blink-182 the headliner, which is better.
Yeah.
It's better, in my opinion, because, you know, it's just more fun.
Yeah.
His music is very chill. But yeah, I'm disappointed in him. As a fan, it's upsetting to see, especially the fact that he canceled the live stream, which I was like, understandable, because he probably just wants to give the people who paid a good show. But if you're not even giving the people who paid a good show, then you don't care about anyone.
No.
Then I don't know. But Justin Bieber did take some time to defend Frank Ocean, his friend, saying that he did an incredible job. He's an incredible artist. I'm paraphrasing. He like did a couple sentences defending Frank Ocean.
Hailey Bieber's like,
Hailey Bieber is just like
bombastic.
like that little Muppet thing where it's just like looking around like, what the hell?
Poor Hailey.
Yeah.
Can't even defend her, but he's willing to defend this man.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Well,
so our big show recap to wrap up our show, it's going to be Love is Blind. So I have to be honest, I didn't finish the season because it was just a little treacherous for me to watch it. It's just too long, Netflix. Like, I don't need these many episodes to find out if they love each other or not. But TikTok was so kind enough to recap the season for me, but I did watch the reunion. So I think the reunion is really what people got, in there. First of all, people were waiting. It was the first time Netflix was doing a live reunion, and people were ready to watch this live.
I was one of those people.
I was even ready.
I worked my whole schedule around this damn episode. I was like, I need to be back home at this specific time because I need to have my wine ready. I need to do all these things. That way I can relax and enjoy the show.
Yes. And a couple minutes before they announced saying we're running 15 minutes late. And then eventually 15 minutes turned into an hour. And then they're like, oh, okay, we're not going live, but if you're in the live, then you're watching it live, but we're recording it and it'll be uploaded. And not a lot of people were able to log in, even the next morning. They weren't even able to.
I kept refreshing the whole night. I'm like, I need to watch this because I started seeing on Twitter, the comments switched from when is this going to be on to people talking about what was happening. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
I was so mad.
It's just like, Netflix, why were you not prepared?
And also Netflix, how is this your first your second live event? Like, obviously the other platforms started posting memes in light of the whole thing, but all of them are able to do lives. Hulu has their whole live TV. Peacock does live episodes sometimes. Disney Plus, Dancing with the Stars live every week. You are the first streaming platform. How are you not up to time?
Like the audacity Netflix has to charge us and then threaten us that they're not going to let us share our passwords, then to pull up with can't even execute a live reunion with Z-list celebrity wannabe famous people. Like, what the heck?
It's ridiculous.
It was just like so irritating. It just made me want to and then the hosts weren't even
that good.
And then
Vanessa and Nick like, guys, we broke the internet. No, you all don't know how to handle the internet. That is why this all happened. You didn't break the internet, but people just wanted to see this reunion, and it didn't even live up to the hype.
Do you think they just like messed up, or they weren't prepared for how many people were going to log in?
I think they weren't prepared for how many people were going to log in. But that's when you have marketing analysts, data analysts that say, how many people are watching the show right now? Okay, let's magnify that for people that who watches the clips on TikTok. All right, let's get it. That's an idea of how many people might tune in.
Yeah, it's just like, ugh. And then the
reunion.
Season
this year, I didn't watch season 3.
I did. I think that's why I struggled with this season, because season 3 was...
I never heard good things about. That's why I avoided it. But I started hearing a lot of stuff about season 4, so that's why I was like, I need to watch it. It was a good season. The couples, there's actually more couples this season that got married and stayed that way compared to the prior season. So, this season they got more out of it, basically.
Yeah, I think season 2 and 3 was filled with people just trying to really truly trying to be on TV after they saw how popular season 1. I think season 1 has been the purest one because no one knew what it was.
Exactly.
Season 2 was a blah. Season 3 was like basic people. Like, at least I'm just like, well, at least they're like fun and like they're meant to be on TV. I don't know. It's just weird. Season 4, I also was just like, oh, it's getting a lot of hype. So we kind of, follow along with these people.
First, tell us who the couples are.
Yeah, so we have our couples. We have Tiffany and Brett, Zach and Irina first, then Chelsea and Kwame, Jacqueline and Marshall, and Micah and Paul. So those are the original things. And I
would say this season there was a lot of like couples getting out of their couple and talking to the other, like it was very drama.
So I think it was the first season that we kind of saw people
love triangles, a lot of love
we
triangles.
Saw a lot of the issues in the houses, like separately, you know what I mean,
like the female house and the
male house. I think it was the first time we actually saw their dynamic and how they reacted to another girl crying and how like they
Irina is the worst. Let's just establish that. And Jackie's terrible.
I will say, but Zach kind of is just like annoying too. Like,
Zach isn't the best.
Yeah,
either.
I thought he was just like, she was a shitty person, but like, you're also an adult. Like, you should have seen it the moment she didn't want to touch your hand.
Bliss told you she's not a good person. And he's like, that just kind of makes me question if Bliss is questioning how I determine people.
Yeah.
And it's like she's being honest. She sees Irina behind the scenes and you've never even looked at the girl. He should have just listened to Bliss from the beginning. And he could have avoided the whole thing.
God, like, bless Bliss's heart, because I don't think I would have the strength to take a man back. So if you didn't watch, Zach picked Irina. He was in between Bliss and Irina and basically picked Irina. The moment they met face to face, Irina was just like, And he also was kind of like, they just weren't vibing. I think eventually she even said like she couldn't even like was okay with him touching her because she just didn't feel comfortable and secure. And I think that's fair. Was she like rude about it? Absolutely. However, I think when they finally had the talk and they're kind of just like, it's not going to work out in Mexico, I feel like he also was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it too. Like, we need to go our separate ways. And that's kind of like, they kind of became friendly where she's like, oh, I kind of like Paul. I think Paul's attractive. And he's like, maybe. And that's when he messaged Bliss. And it was just like, so for him to be like the 100%, like trying to pull the victim card at the reunion, I'm like, I thought you guys came to a mutual agreement that you guys were just not it for each other. So I was just annoyed by it.
And Bliss and Zach, they are still together. And, you know, when it came to the marriage time, her dad wasn't very into it. Apparently they're friends now. So that is what has happened with that couple.
So he ended up reaching out to Bliss after he broke up with Irina. And she took him back and they got married and they've been together.
Happily ever after. And
Tiffany and Brett, they're like the
they were from the beginning
model couple.
I expected the journey that they would go through. And then we had another big love triangle, which was between Kwame, Chelsea, and Micah.
So Kwame was dating Chelsea and Micah. Basically, he was feeling both girls, and Micah was at the same time dating Kwame and Paul. Her and Paul were like, you know what? It's you and me. So she ended up breaking up with Kwame, and Kwame kind of just felt hurt about it. And
that man was crying.
He was hurt by the breakup, but then decided to take this to zero in with Chelsea. Well, eventually when he proposes to Chelsea, she says yes. Paul proposes to Micah. They said yes. Eventually all the couples are hanging out, and it's when Micah and Kwame get to meet each other, and they just were flirty with each other. It was very inappropriate. I believe they were not
thinking of their partners.
Not thinking about their partners. They were just like, very flirty. And I really did think that as far along I got in the season, I didn't think that Chelsea and Kwame did end up getting married. I
was surprised, the marriage episode. I was surprised Kwame said yes, but, they said that as far as, Kwame did address his reaction to the breakup with Micah, basically saying, like, we were really invested in each other. I had plans to break up with her, but she's the one that broke up with me first. I was emotional because it's just like you're going through a breakup. Yeah, you're going through a breakup, your ego. I hope him and Chelsea work out.
The reunion, I think it was just like, oh, Kwame, like, okay, this is the Kwame I like, because he gave off like F-boy vibes the whole season. And the fact that at the reunion, they've been married now for a year. This was filmed a year ago. He was able to say, my behavior with Micah on that pool party was inappropriate. I apologize to my wife and I apologize to her family, and we're solid. So I think they're moving forward well. And
then the conclusion of, I think, Jackie was with Marshall. They broke it off. She never even went to the dress fitting, and she ended up with Josh, was the person she was also interested in. They are dating right now. Let's just get into the whole reunion. Nick and Vanessa did a terrible job. Vanessa's a terrible host. She does not know how to listen. She does not know how to ask questions. She's very rude and very condescending when she speaks to people. She needs to really watch this whole thing over and really reassess how she's going to do her job.
And it doesn't talk at all.
Yeah, like talking over people, like how she treated Jackie compared to how she treated Marshall were completely different. She was giving Jackie softball questions. She was being super sweet to Jackie, and when it came to Marshall, she was being a bitch to him. And I think it was just like, if you're going to give people an attitude, you're going to give it across the board. Like, you were so soft on Jackie, who's done so much, and then everyone else you're putting on the spotlight pretty badly. So a lot of people are calling for them to no longer be hosts. I doubt it, because they're the ones that brought on the show. So
I don't like her as a host. It reminded me of, like, you're still stuck in the 2000 era of hosting when you were in TRL. It's very like, hey everyone, like, let's get to it. Like, I don't know. It's just like, watch Andy Cohen. Like,
they just really need to start rethinking some things. I feel like the first season winners, Lauren and Cameron, could be great as hosts, but we'll see.
And now there's like new information that, like, living in those pods was like miserable. Like, they barely gave you food and stuff.
Well, guys, we hate to wrap it up there, but that is all our time. We'll see you back again next week.
Bye.